What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. I'll be breaking down Kevin Holland versus Kyle Daukaus. Really good matchup in the middleweight division. Yeah, dope fight on a really good fight night. Cannot wait for it. I think this is probably one of the better fight nights on paper in a long time, and probably going to be the better fight night on paper coming into the next 2 fight weeks that are coming up. So I think this is probably going to be better than Home versus Namont or Domont or Demont, I think Norma Demont, yeah, that one, and then a Marina Rodriguez versus a Mackenzie Dern. But if I pull up the fucking card, I don't know why it's taking forever. But yeah, it's a really dope fight and an awesome co-main event. And you know, it's hard to call this a tune-up fight for Kevin Holland. Both guys are coming off losses, right? But usually you don't see a guy like Kyle Daukaus, who lost to Phil Hawes, get an opportunity at a ranked opponent like this. It's very uncommon, right? But, you know, I think they're trying to give Kevin a really good opportunity. Sorry, let me... Oh, y'all see the Miami shirt. Y'all see the Miami shirt. But I haven't rocked this in forever. But yeah, you know, the thing is with Kevin is that he did the UFC like a few solid favors, and you know, he did the short notice fight against Marvin Vettori, and you know, he had the main event against Derek Brunson. So I think they're like, oh, I think this kid's fought a lot of high level competition, damn near guys that are top 5, and you know, Marvin fought for the belt off of that win. So you know, he just really high level opponents, and I think they're kind of throwing him a bone here against Kyle Daukaus. But Daukaus is tough, so you never know. Maybe this was a mistake giving him, you know, Daukaus, a guy that can grapple. We saw, you know, Kevin deal problems with that, but I feel like Kevin stylistically should win this fight, right? And I'm just being honest. You should win this fight, just based on the circumstances and just based on if he's effectively training and a lot of those things. But if we look at the stats, though, and look at where these guys are ranked, Daukaus is on Tapology. They got him ranked 46 in the world, so that's interesting. But in the UFC rankings, if we go to the middleweight division, Kevin is number 14. So he's dropped a little bit since I remember he was number 10 when he fought, I think Derek. I think he was 10 when he fought Derek. But yeah, if we look at the stats, Kevin 21-7. It's fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, age 28, a height of 6'3", and a reach of 81. Daukaus 10-2. It's fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, age 28, a height of 6'3", and a reach of 76. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. Out of the two brothers, I thought Kyle was going to be the better one, and I didn't really think much of Chris. You know, and Chris, if you look at it, he's the ranked guy, and he's this prospect everyone's looking at. You look at his victory over Shamil, and it's interesting. Both brothers are fighting back-to-back, so that's also an interesting fact. But in terms of notable wins for Kyle Daukaus, he doesn't have a lot, actually, but he's fought some decent competition. You know, he fought Phil Hawes. He beat Dustin, I think, is that his name? Dustin Stoltzfus. He beat him, but Rodolfo Vieira beat that guy. He lost to Brendan Allen in a very good fight. Brendan Allen actually surprisingly has wins over both these guys. I wonder what Brendan, the father of both men, the pops of both men, has to say. I actually do wonder who he's actually going to be predicting. But he actually had a harder fight against Kyle than he did against Kevin. Brendan finished Kevin real quick. He has some wins over against Nolan Norwood and Stefan Regman and Michael Lombard, and then he has that. Where's his? Yeah, it's Michael Lombard was his. Lombardo was his Contender Series victory. But he's a submission guy. He's always looking for submissions. His stand up is pretty good. It's not great, but it's decent. But he's always looking for those submissions. He's more of a grappler than his brother. You know, even though his brother has good jiu-jitsu, he's looking to grapple more. For Kevin, I mean, in terms of notable wins, he's fought a lot of guys, man. It's crazy. I've predicted he's fought so many times. I have 6. I'm 5-1 with him. You know, the only prediction I ever got wrong was the Jacare Souza fight. But in terms of notable, I guess, opponents he's fought, he lost to Marvin. He lost to Derek Brunson. Really good fighters. He beat Jacare Souza. Now some people might say that guy was past his prime, and maybe it was the truth. You know, he right after that, Jacare lost to Andre Muniz. He beat Charlie Ontiveros. You know, it is what it is. Darren Stewart, who just recently got cut. Joaquin Buckley, who just won. And Anthony Hernandez, who just won too. So I guess that's probably a better win. Those two. Buckley and Hernandez are now aging better than, I guess, Darren Stewart. Because Charlie Ontiveros, I don't even think about. Jacare, you could say he's past his prime. But Darren Stewart was probably a win. And some people thought he lost that fight. It was a win that probably was, at the time, better than Buckley and Hernandez. But now, those guys are winning. And Darren just got cut. It's kind of different. We're in a different world now. But yeah, that fight against Darren Stewart was actually really, really competitive. And that's what scares me about this fight against Kyle Daukaus, is that he was taken down a whole bunch. I didn't like it. The striking is always going to be there. He has really, really long arms. 81. He has about a 5-inch reach advantage. But it's the wrestling, and your reach doesn't matter if someone grabs you like that and is able to take you down with ease. And the issues with Kevin is that it's not that he has bad grappling. He actually has really good jiu-jitsu and guard games and guard play, I should say. And he doesn't get submitted a lot. And he got submitted against Brendan, but I mean, he's really tough in a lot of positions, like the arm triangle that Marvin Vettori had, and the arm triangle that Derek Brunson had. He was able to defend against those, so he's tough in those situations. But it was fighting against the hands near the cage, switching the hips, and also sprawling. He didn't have that. Guys would able to really push him against the cage and just pick him up. He wasn't fighting against the hands. He had no Kimura traps. I would love to see him implement more of that as takedown defense and just working on other stuff. And I feel like recently, looking at the at the tape, him working at AKA with Deron Wynn and all those guys, working with DC for a little bit, right? Going and working with Johnny Hendricks, a personal favorite of mine. I've always loved Johnny Hendricks. His run, not his run, but those 2 fights against Robbie Lawler was just dope. People forget those are also underrated title fights by Robbie, and those were crazy. But yeah, I mean, Kevin, he has the support, and that's what it comes down to, is that Kevin has to realize a lot of fighters don't get this kind of support. A lot like people like Johnny Hendricks wouldn't go help a guy like Kyle Daukaus out, right? If they didn't really see a lot of potential. I mean, he does have potential. He could be great one day. I'm not saying he doesn't, but it's not as obvious with Kevin. Kevin has something special, all right, that a lot of people don't. He doesn't have a crazy striking background, but he's a good natural striker, And that's just that simple. He really wasn't that good at his grappling, but he was able to KO Jacare out off the bottom. He is special, right? He's able to do a lot of things. He's very athletic. And he can be special in this game. And everyone sees it, right? DC sees it. Even John Jones reached out. And the thing is, he has the support. For Kevin's sake, will he utilize it? And that's the thing. That's where it comes down to, is that I don't really see an obvious way for Kyle to win unless Kevin hasn't improved. All right, if Kevin can defend the takedowns, he should win this fight easily. The only thing is, how does he win it? I think he wins it via decision. Kyle is so tough, man. He is, super tough. All right, he could have got killed against Brendan Allen, right? He took that knee and he could have just gave up, and he didn't. Kyle got a good chin, man. He's from Philly. Them boys don't really get knocked out a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I'm going to be taking Kevin Holland here. I just think he has the better striking, and obviously I'm assuming his grappling has improved, and I don't even think Kyle's a good enough grappler to take him down, and I don't think his takedowns will be effective enough. So I got to take Kevin here by decision. I think he'll just outstrike him. I would love to see the fight go 15, see a lot of what Kevin has, and I think he'll defend the takedowns, outpoint him, use the jab, use the 1-2, use the pullback counters that he got. He has beautiful pullback counters, 1-2. So yeah, I gotta take Kevin Holland here. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go follow me on my Instagram. Go follow me on my Twitter. All those links will be down below in the description box. If you're new, subscribe. Share the video. Go click the like button, comment. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, go click that notification button. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all and goodbye. And yeah, tell me who you're going with, Kyle or Kevin. So yeah.
What stands out to you the most?
Knocking out Buckley. The things that stands up the most is knocking out Buckley and then watching him do the fight after. It's like I birthed him into the game, and then to see him do that after, I am so proud of Mijo. It's like you couldn't ask for a better son.